Ryan Hirschfeld is the new pitcher. If the Bee Diggers retain the lead and he finishes the ball game, he will register the save. With Brush leading Weld Central 6-5 in the fifth inning. Ken Garcia now at first base. Gregory Maris moves from third to second. Mitch Tormolen moves from first to third. And Jesus Cardenas moves from second to right field. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the freshman right-hander who's been very, very good this season, mainly as a starter. He started against Valley but went only 3 innings on Friday, so got a no decision. Now he's back on the hill. Matt Begler, Kyle Woodward, and Cord Dunham. Ken Garcia is still the pitcher of record for Brush. He threw 73 pitches. Allowed only 3 hits, but was very wild considering he walked 3 and hit 3 batters. All the runs, the pitch swung on and popped up in the infield on the right side. Garcia, the first baseman to his right, is going to give way to Maris, the second baseman, and there's 1 out. Nice changeup thrown by Hirschfeld, as I was saying. That the runs allowed, even though there were 3 errors by the Bee Diggers committed, those runs were earned. Here's Kyle Woodward. Begler's 0 for 3. Swing and foul tipped into the glove of Blake. It's 0-1. Woodward with an RBI single and a ground out. He's 1 for 2. And Garcia did very good against the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. And that changeup is upstairs. Maybe he went with the heat a little bit. 1-1. Yeah, those hitters were a combined 1 for 6 against Ken. It was the other hitters he got into trouble against. The offering outside with a changeup, 2 balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers have got to rely on their pitching and defense with the offense silent since the opening inning. The pitch, changeup just a little bit low, 3-1. When Hirschfeld misses, he misses by very little. He doesn't want to give in but might have to against Woodward. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wine and offering. And that is over, but low. Even Woodward didn't move out of the box. He thought it was strike 2. Instead, it's a walk. That'll bring up Cord Dunham, who popped to the pitcher, Garcia, in the first, and grounded to short. That grounder to short was a great play, a backhanded stab in the hole made by Colby Wailert. 1 on, 1 out. Brush leads by a run. Fastball high. Throw back to first. Back and diving safely is Woodward. It is 1-0. The tying run is at first base. Bee Diggers led 6-2, then 6-3, then 6-5. Fastball inside, 2-0. Now all of a sudden, pitches that Hirschfeld thought probably should have been called a strike that were called balls have gotten him a little bit rattled because he's behind 2-0. The offering, swing and a miss. On the changeup, it's 2-1. Yeah, he's not going to give in. He's going to throw that changeup. Remember that this is a freshman who went the distance on a 6-hitter against University in one of the best performances of the season. Fastball's outside, 3-1. He might be in the same position that Garcia is in, battling the whole game, or at least when he's on the mound. Woodward leads off of first. 3-1. And that is upstairs with a fastball. They check, but I don't think there was a swing, and there wasn't. Second straight walk issued by Hirschfeld. Tyson Schaefer will now hit. He walked and scored and struck out. He's 0 for 1. I mean, none of these pitchers have been impressive so far when you look at the number of walks. We're into double digits right now when you look at the 4 pitchers, 2 on each side, the stretch. And the offering, squaring to bunt, lays it out in front of the plate. Hirschfeld has it, and there's no throw to first, nobody covering. Now the throw to third and back in diving as the ball gets away from Tormolen. Getting up and scoring is Woodward. The Bee Diggers have committed their 4th error, and it's now 6-6. What was that? Horrendous execution. Give Schaefer the infield hit. And I don't know if that, I guess we'll call the error on Hirschfeld because the throw looked like it was near Tormolen, but from this vantage point, I think it might have gone into the back of the runner. Either way, it's an error on Brush. I'm telling you, the Bee Diggers are playing a poor game today. Leaving runners on base, committing 4 errors. They're keeping a Weld Central team that is 4-4 in league play, not only in the game, but now tying the game. And they've got to change that scoreboard around. It's got 7-5 up there. It should be 6-6. With Weld Central scoring a run here in the top of the 5th inning. Marcos Arteaga hit by a pitch, walked and scored. Garcia playing in on the grass. Step off. Yeah, that would have been an easy play for Hirschfeld at first, but he looked and nobody was standing on the bag. Garcia had come in and Maris was way too late. Let's see if Arteaga bunts. He swings and fouls it back. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The first hitter, Begler, was retired on a pop-up, but 2 walks and an error since then. The pitch. Breaking ball is fouled off to the right. Oh, and 2. The Bee Diggers led 6-2 in this game, but the Rebels have come all the way back. And the offering. Curveball is grounded up the middle. Waiter to his left. Steps on the bag. 1. Throws off balance to first. 2. 6-3 double play. And the Bee Diggers do get out of that jam, but not before allowing a run on 1 base hit. Another Bee Digger error and a man left. 4.5 complete. Brush 6. Weld Central 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 6. Weld Central 6 as we hit the bottom of the 5th inning from Sunset Baseball Field. I got to tell you, I don't care what the Bee Digger record is by the end of the year. If they play like this, continue to play like this, I mean, they're not going anywhere in the postseason. Way too many errors in their last several games. Even though they're 10-6, the fundamentals have been lost. And there's way too much talent on this team for that to happen. And they have not scored since the 1st inning. But they do have the top of the lineup here in Gregory Maris, Jesus Cardenas, and Christian Valles against right-hander Matt Begler, who's thrown up 4 zeros in a row. Or check it, 3 in a row. The pitch bounces in. Although he's been anything but perfect. Begler has been wild as well. He's walked 5. He struck out 3. But again, he's gotten the clutch out when he's needed it. The Bee Diggers have stranded 9 in the game and 7 with him on the mound in 3 innings. 1-0. Fastball is low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. But one thing that Brush is known for, anytime their opponents score and come back in any game, the Bee Diggers seem to counter. Let's see if Gregory can get it started. 2-0 pitch. That is over, but low. 3-0. And this is exactly why you want the top of the lineup up there, because it's essentially a 0-0 game, and it's like starting the game all over, even just with 2.5 innings to go. Fastball's a strike down the middle, and it's 3-1. And the home team has the advantage here. They've got 9 outs to play with, Weld Central with only 6. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball is up and in, and Maris walks to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. And that's the first time since the 1st inning the Bee Diggers have put a runner on base with less than 2 out. Here's Cardenas, who's popped to right, grounded to short, and walked. He's 0 for 2. Let's see if he'll be bunting Maris over to second. He will, and it's taken low. 1 ball and no strikes as the third baseman Woodward was charging. Plenty of speed there between the batter and the base runner Maris, and Jesus will talk to his third base and head coach Mark Muniz, making sure that he's got his signal squared away as the Bee Diggers have a big opportunity to break a 6-all tie and reclaim the lead. Your one-stop center for projects around your home office or yard is Ackley Building Center. Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. 2-step lead for Maris, a step off by Begler. The Bee Diggers already have clinched a winning regular season, but 13-6 looks a lot better than 10-9, for instance. The pitch, squaring to bunt, takes it for a strike on the outer half belt high. And I know I'm not saying anything groundbreaking, but the reason I mention that is because the better the record, the better your seeding. And you don't have to play a top 8 team in the opening round of the district tournament. 1-1, squaring to bunt, lays it up the first base side. That's a good one. Goddenas is going to be tagged out by the pitcher, Begler. Advancing to second is Mares. It's a sacrifice, one unassisted, one down in the bottom of the 5th inning. And here's Christian Baez, who has walked twice and struck out looking. He scored a run. The Bead Diggers are looking for their first run since the first inning. The stretch, Mares leads off of second. The offering, fastball, a strike. On the outer half at the knees, it's 0-1. Bead Diggers had 5 hits in the opening frame, only 2 since then. They were singles by Gregory Maris and Ken Garcia. And the 0-1, and the breaking ball is fouled off to the right. 0-2. The only losses for the Bead Diggers at home are non-conference games. Of course, in the Fort Morgan Spring Classic, they lost a couple of games there. It is 0-2 to Baez. The pitch swung on and grounded on the right side to Price. He's got it, flips to first. 2 down, advancing to third is Maris. Again, the Bead Diggers with another opportunity to score a run. Shea Hansen walked and scored, grounded to the mound and popped to the mound. He's 0 for 2. They need him right here. Or maybe a wild pitch to score Maris, the stretch. And the offering. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Shea Hansen. In this 6-6 game in the bottom of the 5th inning. The offering. Fastball outside, 2-0. Bead Digger stranded 2 in the first, 2 in the second, left the bases loaded in the third, stranded 2 in the fourth. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch, fastball, a strike down the middle. Above the knees, it's 2-1. Out of the stretch is Begler with Maris at third and 2 down in the 5th. Hansen awaits the pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball is over for a strike. That was a beauty. It froze Hansen at the knees. 2-2. 6 walks issued by Begler, but it has not affected him. He's gotten out of every single jam. 2-2 pitch. Low and away. 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Dunham lays down the sign. Payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back on a fastball up in the zone. It stays at 3-2. Three and 2 to Hansen. Maris off of third with 2 down. Again, Dunham lays down the sign. The stretch and the offering. And the fastball is up and in. Hansen walks. 7th walk issued by Begler since he came into the game in the 2nd inning, but yet he's not allowed to run because the Bead Diggers cannot come up with a clutch hit. Waitert did have a 3-run triple in the 1st inning. He is 1 for 2. He walked and grounded to second. The stretch. The pitch by Begler. Fastball is outside. Well, Dunham is catching everything. 1-0. It was well outside, but he was able to backhand that. Maris at third. Hansen at first. I don't know how much longer Begler can last considering the number of pitches he's thrown. Fastball is over but low. 2-0. Yeah, he's thrown about 80 pitches. We'll calculate it here momentarily. 80 pitches in less than 4 innings. 2-0. Swung on and popped up on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Johan, gives way to the second baseman, Price, who makes the catch. And the inning is over. The Bead Diggers have stranded 11 in the game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. 6th inning awaits us here at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. It's Brush 6, Weld Central 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.